The Sidebar Podcast presents a new adventure to enjoy. Join our heroes as they travel through the cosmos, completing bounties and expanding the gate map, never knowing what is going to confront them at any turn. Where will they find themselves marooned this week on SpaceQuest?
Welcome to this week's session. Last week we had quite the bounty that the heroes captured. Does somebody want to give us a quick recap? Evan, do you have something?
Last time, the crew of the Skylar Disco set out on a mission to survey an unexplored galactic node, a lucrative job sure to fill their pockets with spaceos. After a crash landing on the strange fungal planet, there was no choice but to set out exploring in hopes that somebody would respond to Ox's distress signal, or that with some luck they might find materials needed for Gofer to repair the damaged engine. Through a fungal jungle and beneath a mountainous mushroom guarded by a metallic mutt, there lied a hidden cavern. Durran boldly leaped into the abyss, followed by all but Inquisitor, who couldn't get to the opening before it sealed. In the cavern, the Baron examined the discovered remains of a less fortunate expedition, learning that they weren't the first folks to find this fungal jungle, and nor would they be the last, as two other explorers were close behind and soon to catch up. After splitting the prize with Poppy and Rufus and spending the lion's share of the spaceos, the Skylar crew now embarks on their next journey.
So we go to the Disco Skylar, where Gofer is actually reminiscing about one of his old stories from back on Europa. What are you thinking about? Or what are you talking about, Gofer?
Well, back in the mines, it was quite the crew we had. It was, really felt like family back there, and those guys, I remember one of them. He sort of, we all had kind of nicknames, and this guy, we called him Brandy, right? Huge burn scar, because he down in the mines one day, we were all on our lunch break, and it's pretty hot down there, hot metal, whatever. They've got signs up with the company logo. He's leaning on it, right? Anyway, a minute or so goes by before he realizes, and you hear him yell, and he looks down, and right on his shoulder, he's got a brand, this hot metal sign that's branded him from just the heat of the earth. So he ended up with we called him Brandy after that one. It was pretty funny. Miss those guys, that old crew. Wonder what they're up to now.
Speaking of the old crew, a little communicator beep that catches your vision as it seems like you have an incoming message from a Victoro.
Yeah, what's up?
As you press the button, you see right in front of you this hologram of a dwarf with this big thick head of hair that melds into this long beard that's braided. You see this cheery smile, one arm missing and the other arm is replaced with a robotic arm. And he says, "Brandy, how are you, my friend?"
I'm not Brandy, I'm Gofer. What are you talking about?
I got you. Gofer, check it out! I've joined the club! And he holds up his hand. And it like limps down.
I see. You've, how you been adapting to the cybernetics?
I tell you, man, this one took me about 3 months to get it right. Now I gotta wait for the other one.
Yeah, looks like you done an okay job on that. I mean, I'd do twice as good, probably, if you brought it by. But it's not bad for an amateur.
Well, I mean, I gotta make a living somehow. I've been moving into administration up at Ice Tower. You remember that old place?
Which one was that? Was that the place with
The port.
the big sort of corporate-like place?
Yeah. A lot of big wigs up there.
Yeah.
People looking down at us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
how's that
I'm one of
treat
them
ya?
now.
Oh no, you've joined the dark side.
Yeah. Anyways, listen, I ran into your pal, Brandy, the other day. Made me think of you. He came in. He was looking not too well. I'm not
Not
gonna
well, eh?
test.
What do you mean not well?
Well, after the whole explosion, everybody kind of split out, did their own thing.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how long you've been keeping up with him, but he hit the drugs or booze or something real hard. He came in the other day spouting off conspiracy theories about the accident. Says it was all planned. Says it goes all the way to the top. Boss didn't like that very much.
Right. I mean, guy's never really kept his mouth shut. I figured bite him one day.
Well,
But, what'd the boss do? I mean, toss him out. He's just got to find new work like the rest of us anyway.
surprisingly, Anders was a little kind on him. He had a chat, and now he's recovering in sick bay. Listen, it's not for me to say, but you and him used to be pretty tight. I spoke to him, but my words couldn't get across. You think you can swing by, see if you can straighten him up before he gets into any more trouble?
Yeah, I'll pay him a visit. Yeah, I owe him one anyway, so go by there and talk some sense into him if I can. Thanks for the call.
All right, I'll give you a warm robotic welcome. And he holds up his hand, and then he reaches out with a hologram. High five, and then it ends.
All right, well, boys, I'm heading out. Anyone's free to join me if you want. But I think we're gonna need the ship for a little bit. Gotta pay an old friend a visit.
Well, Skylar doesn't go anywhere without me, so I'll take along.
All right.
We might find more clues about your mother on this trip. Let's investigate.
I'm down for anything.
Surprised you boys are done with the party. The spaceport has been a little wild these last days. You're all ready to set out?
This is what you think is wild? Gofer, I think you
mean-
spent too much time in Europa, man.
Maybe. You
I
guys
can
are
only investigate so many dwarf ass cracks at this space station.
all right. Well, let's head out.
Doc, you coming?
Well, I can't survive in deep space without a craft, so I suppose I'm coming along.
Cool. So who's this Brandy guy you guys were just talking about?
Just an old friend, back colleague of sorts.
What company? Sorry, go ahead, Durran.
I was going to ask if he was using some sort of old tech communicator. His audio sounded a little blown out.
I don't know. Maybe. Probably just some scrap he found at the in a junkyard somewhere, I'm sure.
This
Anyway.
this Brandy that worked with you, what was the company that hired you on the mines in Europa? Gofer?
There's only one. as you know.
It was
Oh,
FNC.
the Phoenician. Well, it was a subsidy of FNC called the Phoenician Mining Co.
You know, it's all linked together. It is what it is in this part of the space. You know.
Yeah, I'm just saying, maybe your buddy Brandy wasn't too far off with those conspiracy theories. Should hear him out.
You joining him in the loony bin.
All right, what do you mean loony bin? FNC is
spouting something about how the big guys with all the money are out for us all, and some
Gofer,
nonsense.
never leave a lead get cold. We need to investigate. There could be more to this than there seems.
Yeah, you've heard his speech.
All right.
Skulls to crack, stones to turn over.
I know from a world point of view, the company is a little shady as far as I'm concerned. They like to meddle with domestic and foreign affairs when it comes to dealing with governments and whatnot, local or otherwise. It's sketchy at best.
I say I grew up on a FNC ship, and let me tell you, it was basically they put it together like, oh, come work on our ships, it's gonna be great, and then you get there and they charge you, they take everything out of your bill, and you end up going more in debt, and you can never pay it off.
All right, well,
a gambling problem.
Well, enough of you, Doc.
Okay.
And with that, the party starts making headway towards Europa. The ice tower, as it's referred, is a spaceport, a floating spaceport, shaped like a stacked tower of donuts that orbits the moon Europa. It has 3 distinct rings as you guys approach. The lower being the widest, where the cargo ships come to dock. The lower and the middle rings are mainly used for storage and moving cargo, and the top ring is where the crew lives and the administration resides. This spaceport is actually tethered to the surface of Europa with large cables that transport cargo from the surface of the moon up to be shipped out. Sure beats burning jet fuel, even if it's a subsidy of FNC. So, as you guys approach this spaceport, you hear over the communicator, "State your business."
Just here to visit an old friend.
An old friend? That's not gonna cut it, my man. Why are you actually here? Do you have a meeting with the Phoenician Mining Co., or are you picking up a delivery?
No, truthfully, in the hospital, I hear.
You hear a pause.
Is that a problem? And I'll read out Brandy's identification number. Be like, give him kind of the details of who I'm going to see.
Hey, buddy, I'm gonna run this up the chain. And you hear there's a little pause as you guys are sitting outside of this station, and you guys notice it is quite busy, quite active. There's ships coming in and out, docking, leaving, and it seems like it's a very active spaceport. Roll a perception check for me, if I can get all of you guys to do that.
18.
9.
I got 8.
I got a dirty 1.
31. Okay. So, Durran, you being the most perceptive, as you guys are sitting there kind of in limbo outside the spaceport, everybody's kind of looking, there's a bunch of cargo carriers coming in and out. You're noticing some unusual carrier lines. Like, you assume, this being a mining operation, that there's quite a few, carriers that, transport ores, minerals, that sort of thing. You notice, catering companies. And things like dry cleaning and all sorts of different cargo vessels. Either they're shipping quite a bit out, or maybe they have a wide variety.
I'm just gonna be standing out to the side, looking out the window of the ship because, like, Gofer is like having the discussion. I'm kind of just noting it to myself, and I'm thinking, I'm like, is there a lot of like living quarters on the ship, like for people that are, fairly well off there, Gofer?
Well, some people are well off, and others not so much. Why?
Enough to justify catering and dry cleaning vessels to be coming and going from the station?
I'm going to be honest, I've never seen stuff like this coming out, but a lot of stuff has changed since I shipped off,
And Gopher, if you need, I could pull the diplomacy card to get on this place if we need to.
I'm a local boy. I'm a European citizen. What are they going to do? Turn me away if I was born here? It's my home.
They can try. I've heard of worse.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
You're clear to go. Come to Dock 4, good buddy.
Doesn't look like we're going to have to worry about it then.
All right, let's bring her in.
Something's not right here, guys.
We used to have dry cleaning operations. Were just fronts, for money laundering, back in my old town.
Well, I'm wondering if whether or not those ships actually have in them what they say they have, like what you're getting at.
Right. So, you guys, the Disco Skylar moves into Dock 4. You guys notice as you approach this loading dock, there's landing pads for cargo vessels. There's actually a couple of cargo vessels that are docked in here already. Almost like very small ones, even relative to your vessel. Like this is probably like an intraplanetary vessel, like not really built for space, just doesn't hold too much. But you do notice that there are a couple of these of the catering companies. One catches your eyes, Ox. Allure Catering. As you guys land on this pad, you guys see this big, massive airlock that stops like anybody from proceeding any further. There's workers in mechanical armor suits that unload and load in the cargo. And you see there's like this almost cargo door where these carts on rails are loaded up with cargo, and then they move through. And you guys see a figure waving from outside the dock in a mechanical suit. One arm just going like this.
Let's go. I'll go out and greet Victoro. Hey! How's it been?
Gofer, it's good to see you!
Yeah, too long.
He passes you a little flask.
I go to shake his arm that isn't there and then just...
Funny guy! I see you lost your charm.
And then I snag the flask from him and take a swig.
To friends!
To friends. New and old. Hey, meet my new crew. And I'll bring him up. Bring him up to the ship, introduce him to the guys. Show him, the modifications I've made to the engine and like brag about it.
Hey, nice pad! Ooh. What's the deal with old mask face over here?
Enough about that though. Just meet the guys. This is my good friend Durran.
When he says old mask face, I kind of make eye contact with the guy and just go, hi, nice to meet you, Durran Delano, son of the diplomatic Delanos. You may have heard of me.
No. Shakes your hand.
Oh, well, surely someone you know has heard of me. Anyways, I just kind of go and just like scroll myself back a little bit.
Step back.
Anyway, so this is Ox, drives the ship. Ox, this is Victoro.
Hey, how's it going? This is Skylar. I just gesture like all around.
Vic, this is the Doc.
Hello.
You're a doctor.
Oh, well,
Not really, but sure.
He says that a lot, but he's definitely a doctor.
he's called the Baron. You know, his Ox just calls him Doc. But the Baron meet Victoro, and this mechanical man is named Inquisitor, with a 1 and a 5 and whatnot. A bit of a detective.
Inquisitor tips his hat down and hides his eyes behind the brim of his hat and says, "Hello, Private Cyber Eye for hire."
You're all sorts of smooth. Let me know. Do you have a card?
He casts disguise self to fabricate a fake card and give it to him because he doesn't actually want to be hired.
Do you have the minor illusion cantrip?
Yeah, I do have.
Yeah, you can just
Yeah, okay, I'll do that.
Yeah. Yep. Let me just. He takes a picture with his face shield because nobody uses physical things anymore. This is future. This is the future. Nice.
Anyway, so who are you rolling with these days? You got yourself a crew, or what are you doing for work?
You know me. I go in from place to place.
Yeah.
But I've been working for the Phoenician. You know, it's okay. It's nothing to write home about, but the boss, he gets things done. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I know what you're saying.
Anyways, I was actually brought here to take you up to see him. You up for it?
Oh, I thought I was just gonna maybe go visit Brandy first. Is he nearby? Come see the boss after.
It's kind of an order, you know. You know.
All right. Bureaucracy. I know how it goes. Let's go.
Listen, if I had 2 good arms, I wouldn't be here. Yeah.
Go up and make some pleasantries.
All right.
Whatever needs to get done, I suppose.
Say.
All right.
What's your crew gonna do?
I don't know. What do you guys? You want to come up and meet the boss, or do you have? I mean, you guys have.
I always look forward to an opportunity for
own.
networking. I'll come along. Oh, just 1 second. I run off to the crew quarters of the ship, and I come back like just a little bit too quickly, and I'm dressed in full diplomatic attire.
Nice.
I think these boys wanted to see the locale, if I'm not mistaken. Kind of gesturing towards the Inquisitor and the rest.
Yeah, I can take you to the watering holes, you know, get a little drink on.
Got any good noodle places?
Yeah. Well, we're more of a grains kind of station, you know.
Never mind. I don't want noodles.
Do you
guys have a? Oh, sorry, Baron. Go ahead.
Do you have like a place you can buy exotic meats?
Like elf and human.
Well, I mean, it depends on what you think is exotic. I mean, we got stuff that's local to here, but it's probably exotic from somewhere else.
Do you guys have a Grainy Greg's on this outpost here?
Grainy Greg's.
Grainy Greg's.
No.
Yeah, it's a chain. You haven't heard of Grainy Greg's?
It's a chain. Well, things
place for grains.
Europa's there's a lot of local little places. There's a nice little diner that you guys could probably check out.
Oh yeah.
I saw one of the catering services back there was Allure Catering. So maybe that sounds familiar. Maybe they have some exotic meats. Maybe Doc, Inquisitor, and I go check that out. You two head up, go talk to the boss, whatever.
Sounds like a plan. All right. Well, let's not waste any time. We aren't making any money here, so let's move.
All right.
And I'll start heading up with Victoro and Durran.
Yeah, you guys are led into like the main spire of the spaceport. So as you guys get entry, Victoro just waves to this control panel, and the giant airlock opens, and you guys get in. Door closes behind you. Cabin pressurizes, and then you guys are inside. As you guys enter, you see you guys are basically walking on like the warehouse floor of this place. Like there's a bunch of crates stacked all along each other, and this is just like the kind of staging area. But you see, like it spans probably 200 feet high, and all this cargo is brought like organized through this lift system that's on rails, and essentially like it just moves horizontally and vertically. As you guys move across through to the center of this this floor, you guys get to this large circular, essentially elevator, and it takes you up. You guys are dropped off at one of the top floors. There's a floor for like essentially the crew working on the on Ice Tower, and then Victoro, Gofer, and Durran, you guys stay until the very top, where you guys get out into this nice, cozy looking office area. You can see it's got the offices. It's very bureaucratic. It has like, you know, the typical fake wooden furniture, because wood is a resource so scarce that there's better options out there now. You guys see there's large mahogany desks and a reception area, and Victoria just blows past that and walks all the way through.
Duran's like so excited because this place is just like, he's like, this is awesome. He's like, wow, look at this. This is a real life secretary's office. My God, look at this wood. I'm like running my hand across the top of it. Like,
you can feel the grain, the fake grain.
Oh, I can feel the grain.
This
is authentic mahogany. I look over to the left. Oh, surely not. Is that a bamboo lampshade? When I run over to it, and I'm like, my God, the expense. They've spared none of them here. Wow.
Yeah, you fit in real nice around here, eh, Durran?
That Gofer and Victoria are just looking. What? Victoria's got his one arm on his chest, as if he's crossing it, but he's still only got one arm. But
I just look at Victoro and like just kind of comment like,
some people,
you know, he, believe it or not, he does have his uses.
Silver spoon, you know, that's what we call them. Anyways, knocks on the door. This door opens into this large office. You guys see on the back walls, there's stained glass overlooking the entire station and down to the moon of Europa. In this office, you see all along the back wall are books. Real books, leather bound, dust and all. You see this large executive looking table in the center of this room, and a person, a humanoid, sitting there with a double-breasted suit, and he's got a very furry face and a snout that goes out almost, looks like a sort of cross between a human and a dog. He's got this brown fur that is like comes out as a beard, and it's very well trimmed, and he sits there just sitting, twirling a gold piece on his fingers as he welcomes you guys in.
Hello, how's it going? Durran Delano. Pleasure to meet you.
The pleasure's all mine. Anders Beach.
Sorry, that was Anders Beach?
Anders Beach.
Okay. Durran pulls out a notebook and writes down Anders Beach and then underlines it 3 times and puts it back in his pocket. He will not pull the notebook back out after this point, but
it's there.
Mr. Beach, sir, it's my honor.
I'm to understand that you were a pal of Victoro and Brandy.
Old colleagues.
Unfortunate. What happened to him?
Unfortunate what happened to us all.
Yes, well, I'm not sure if we've officially met back on Europa days. I used to work a little lower. I was the director of Ice Tower. Worked my way up to this position as president. But why don't you sit down? Tell me a little bit about yourself, Gofer, and your days, your experiences on Europa.
If you don't mind, and I gesture down to like the sort of vehicle which I am sitting in, I just like kind of lower it down, so like I'm beside one of the chairs, but it's not really the type of thing that easily
he can get out of
melds into a chair, as like but I'll say, well, yeah, I was working down there, robotics and whatnot, heavy machines, light machines, the kind of thing. That is, before the accident, you guys lost quite a bit of money, from what I understand, with the mine closing down as long as it did.
A shell of our former glory, yes, we are. But something I'm honestly quite glad to have happened. In the most sympathetic sense, It's a fresh start for all of us. For a lot of us.
Take my friend lining, I guess. Yes. Good way to look at it.
Take our friend Victoro, for example. He's lost 2 arms, but have found a place here in administration. Yeah, right you are, boss.
You let this guy work with, his brain instead of just his muscles. I kind of look at him and just say, well.
He has his uses, like everybody does.
Oh, I'm just giving him a hard time. He's one of the brighter ones, actually.
Yes, Victoro, you are excused. Hey, boss! And he starts walking back. Roll, Durran and Gofer. Give me an insight rolls for both of you.
Can Durran do his at disadvantage because he's just been reading a book off to the side this whole entire time?
Yeah. As soon as he opened it up, it was like dust just filled his mouth.
19.
19. Okay.
Alright, just one sec. 8.
8. Okay, Durran, you're listening to this conversation like half-heartedly, but like you're just sitting. There's like a nice little lounge chair, and you've just grabbed a book from behind him while they're having a conversation. Not even a flinch from Anders or Gofer. You just sit down, stretch your legs, and start flipping through the pages. Feels so real. It's quite a pleasure to hold this in person. Gofer, you notice the way Anders is talking. He's very he's a very savvy businessman. And Victoro, you've known him since back in the mining days, and it would take a lot to bring Victoro into office. Just like the rest of you guys, he was in there for the slog. Like he wasn't there, to make money or to work up the corporate ladder. And the way, just the brief interaction that you got from Anders and Victoro, that Victoro is very uncomfortable in this position working here.
Okay.
Oh, it seems like you've landed on your feet. Hype,
Well,
pardon the expression.
I look down and kind of look back up. It's could maybe be put into slightly more inoffensive terms, but that's one way to look at it. I'm not doing too bad. I'm better than some of them. Found myself a crew, and we got we do some freelance jobs. We're making it work for now.
Freelance. I noticed that you did come here in a rather inconspicuous shipping vessel. Is that yours?
A piece of junk, maybe. Well, we're working on it. We're trying to get it up a little bit better, but we had a crash recently, so it's what it is. I do what I can with it.
Well, in our business, if it moves and it can hold cargo, it's gold.
Yeah, and well, I keep it moving all right. That's the goal.
As you guys are conversing, we'll cut to the three that broke off into basically this entire floor is full of like crew quarters. There's a number of like sections for different staff, and then there's a large mess hall, almost like a cafeteria style, where there's a bunch of like food that you can serve yourself, or there is a chef behind this large like metal grill that's cooking up stuff. You can see there's a group in this kind of little mess hall that's sitting at a table, just kind of laughing and chuckling. What are you guys doing?
Where did we see the Allure Catering?
That was the ship that was docked next to you.
All right, I'm gonna just like kind of give the guys a glance and like just start chatting about, I don't know, like making small talk as I kind of like weaving through the crowd back outdoors, back towards the ship.
You're gonna try to go all the way back?
Yeah, well, I mean, like, guys, you guys want to check out that Allure Catering ship docked out there beside us?
I suppose.
See, it's
Wouldn't their catering staff be here in the cafeteria?
So this is the weird thing, because it's so Allure Space is the ship that I grew up on. I was born on it. It's like a big cruise liner, except it's a spaceship. But they had the catering service there. It was called Allure Catering, but it was like an in-house thing. They didn't serve anyone else. It was like they only served the ship. So I'm wondering, what are they doing here? Like, what's going on? There's some. Again, it was owned by FNC, so I guess they could just send them here if they wanted to. But it just seems fishy, and I don't know. I want to see what they have in that spaceship.
Perhaps I could dress myself as one of the caterers and go in and pick up the next shipment to bring back up to the cafeteria.
That's actually a really good idea, Inquisitor. Could we go? Is there any like people in the cafeteria that are dressed like wearing an Allure Catering uniform?
We saw him.
Give me a.
Didn't we see him?
Yeah, give me a perception rolls.
Well, but we saw him like walking out of the ship, didn't we?
No, you guys only saw. Yeah, there is like pretty much like you just saw workers there, like loading and unloading cargo. You didn't see any people from the ship.
All right, I'm gonna roll. Hey, I got 17 plus 3 for 20.
Nice.
20. Ox, what did you get?
I didn't roll.
Oh, you're not taking a look. Well, I guess we'll say, Inquisitor, your eyes immediately scan the room as your pupils, your slits dilate. You look around and you see there is no evidence of any catering whatsoever. Like this chef that's cooking stuff, like he just looks as tough as the rest of these guys. Also, on that note, it's peculiar. Like this, you were told this is for administration staff, but all the guys here look like rough and tumble mechanics slash, tough guy sorts that are sitting here just kind of joking around.
From my line of work, these people seem more like mercenaries than the type of staff you'd find at a facility such as this.
Is that you being prejudiced, Inquisitor?
I'm incredibly prejudiced when it comes to
the truth.
Well, I hate to say it.
I
hate to say it, but stereotypically, I think you're right. I think this is not really the crowd you find in administrative work.
I mean, they seem a little dense to be pushing pens.
Yeah,
I feel these type of folk push swords or lasers.
Doc, what's going on? You're just drooling, staring at that guy with all those burn scars. Is everything okay?
No, I wasn't looking at him. I was looking towards the living quarters, wondering if there were any children on board.
Why did you just lick your lips? Oh wait, you don't have lips.
Does drool just like leak out of the front of his mask? Like
as he talks, it like spittle comes out. These guys are quite burly. Maybe you're right.
I say we go.
They would make good test subjects for you, Baron.
If you're offering, so.
They're still just people. They're workers. We can't. What are you guys talking about? We're not gonna kidnap anyone.
More answers.
Let's go check out the ship, guys. Let's get away from these people, these innocent people.
It was in that moment that Ox realized he went with the wrong.
Yeah. Lights going off. Next time I'm sticking with the other guy.
No, it's a good thing Ox is with them. Who knows what they'll do? So Ox, Durran, Ox, Inquisitor, and Baron, you guys head back down towards your ship. Basically, just we're sick, kind of checked out the digs. Not for you. Now you guys are heading back.
Can I whistle to these guys and act casual? Just sort of like nod over, like, hey, let's act casual so we could stake out this ship.
You're acting. You want? Okay, roll a performance check.
Super chalant.
Yeah, so chalant. There's
just
nothing
to see who's coming in and going out of this.
Okay, so like, what is your intention? Like, are you trying to?
I want to see what disguise to use to go into the ship.
Into like the allure catering ship?
The catering ship. Allure
okay.
Catering,
yeah. I'll say for that roll either a perception or investigation check.
Okay, let me do investigation. It's the same one. It's the same multiplier, but
okay,
investigation is better.
Sure.
Okay, let's see here. Oh, I get a 21 total.
21 total.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, before we started, I rolled every dice and I picked the highest roll to play with this.
So what you're doing is like you're just sitting there. You guys are coming back to the to the outside where your ship is docked, and you're just eyeing kind of the people going in and out. There are a number of workers that are in these like mechanized work suits, not unlike Gophers, that are moving the cargo, like basically dragging it on the rails and then loading it onto these different ships.
Wait, Drew.
Yeah.
Can I use a minor illusion to make a mirror?
Make a mirror?
Yeah. But does that work?
Does
this create a sound or image of an object?
I mean, I don't think it would be reflective because I think you would have to see behind you.
Would it use like 1990s video game logic for the mirror? Like you can recreate the room as is, but it has to render fully on the other side.
Yeah.
I
don't know. I just wanted to look around around the corner. Or something.
I'll say, I mean, you have a mirror. You just have one.
Oh, okay,
you
sure.
just pull it in. You have stuff in your.
Oh yeah. I want to use my dagger. It's like so.
Okay. Polished.
Puts his mirror away, pulls out his gun.
Nice. Okay, yeah. You get a look. So far.
Sorry. I actually want to use my coin.
Holy
That's my vessel. That's my vessel.
Puts his dagger away.
The Inquisitor is just like quick changing. He's switching through inventory slots right now.
Everything on his hand just keeps like.
Yeah, he's got the gadget arm.
Super nonchalant there, Inquisitor.
Yeah. You. So what you get from this kind of scene is, you see a lot of workers in these suits, kind of loading and unloading stuff, and then you see one guy. His he's just in an exosuit, he doesn't have the mechanized one, and he's kind of he's holding some sort of clipboard, and he has on his exosuit a patch of a giant cruise ship that says Allure on it, and he's speaking with the workers as they're coming in. So there's one guy who seems to be the foreman of this operation, and then there's a bunch of workers, so you can choose whoever you'd like to disguise yourself as. But as you're choosing, we'll cut back to Gofer and Durran. We're in the office. So Gofer, a crew. That's quite the accomplishment. I know quite a few friends. Unfortunately, your friend Brandy included, who didn't fare such as well since the accident.
Yeah, Vic says he's gone a bit loony. Figured I might come try to see how he's doing, talk some sense into him.
That's awfully nice of you. Listen, when's the last time you contacted your friend Brandy before this rendezvous?
I haven't seen him in a while. I mean, last time I was here was before, just after the accident, before I shipped out with these bunch. It has to be almost a year now.
Interesting. So there wasn't, he didn't have these notions of some grand conspiracy back then, did he? Or
not from what I can tell. I mean, I think he just like the rest of us, was kind of out on his own looking for what to do next. I mean, back in the mines, we mostly just talked about, what robotics, machinery, what we were going to drink after we got home, and who won the most money in our poker.
Simple pleasures of life.
Yeah.
Speaking of, would you two like a drink?
Absolutely. Please, yes.
He slides this, he walks over to this little side table, and you can see there's a couple of crystal glasses.
Is he facing away from us when he's going into the table?
Yeah, he walks over.
I slide the book into my pocket.
Okay.
And I push the book together on the shelf.
Roll a sleight of hand check for me.
See whether or not I just drop it on the floor.
Is Durran wearing super tight pants?
He's wearing his jumpsuit.
Oh
no, I switched into my my diplomatic attire.
Okay,
I'll show you what it looks like.
Okay, gotcha.
I got a 13 on my sleight of hand.
13?
Yeah.
Okay. You quickly, you're just, squeeze it back, and then you pocketed the book.
Nice.
Do you want to know what it is?
Oh, okay, yes.
You were just flipping through for the novelty, but at this point, you're actually...
Novelty, no pun intended.
Hey, totally intended. Yeah, so the book is actually a book on odd customs across the solar system. Basically, it has gestures and greetings from different parts of the solar system and their peoples.
This is quite useful for me. I put this in my pocket. I don't say that out loud. I'm not like, this is quite useful for me.
I say to the boss man, what's his name?
Anders,
yeah. I'm gonna say, so you're asking a lot about our ship, and mentioned it's, cargo capacity. I take it maybe you need something moved.
you, my friend, catch on very quickly.
I've been in the business for a little bit. What's your price? Need to know information only.
Interesting. Straight to the point. Well, we shall.
Whatever price you're thinking of, double it.
Where to? How far is this going? Anything? Handling instructions.
Well,
price. That's mostly what I want to know, unless you think something is extremely pertinent.
If it's past Venus and it's past Neptune, triple it.
Interesting. Let me rifle through my books here. I do have a couple of jobs that delivery drivers have fallen through, but here, let's have a little toast. And this is to new friends and old.
Say, what is it we're drinking here? I'm a bit of a connoisseur. I always love to know what I'm knocking back.
This is the finest Martian whiskey.
Interesting. Let's set it on the table. I want to do an old Martian custom then. Like as Gofer's going to put it in his mouth.
Gofer's already down.
All right, we'll do the custom then.
Right.
As he sets both the drinks down on the table, I swap them so I'm drinking his and he's drinking mine.
Okay.
It is to show friendship and prosperity together, to drink from one another's beverage. Also, there was about 10 years there where we all got very sick, but from that point on, we were good to go.
Interesting. I like this custom. And he picks the drink up and holds it up to you. And here's a Earth custom that seems to have made its way around the solar system. Cheers. And he holds up his glass. Clink. And he drinks from it. Delicious.
Yeah, that's Martian. 100%. Yeah, definitely. I'll be a minute. I walk over to the door. I'm just coughing.
Gofer, I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw for me.
Oh, good call.
Nope.
What'd you get?
5.
5? Okay. The whiskey goes down hard. I mean, you've had quite a bit of liquor in your day, you know? That's what you do after a long day's work. This one's just burning. Like really hot. And you feel like your stomach growls just a little bit. You feel like you're unwell. So, let me make a few calls. I definitely didn't expect this much enthusiasm from our first meeting, but Gofer, I will definitely keep you and your crew in mind. Now, why don't I take you to see Brandy? Let's
on second thought, I think I might wait a bit and see him tomorrow. You have a bathroom?
Yes. Just down the hall to the right.
I just pulled down the hall.
Okay.
I look over at Anders and I'm like, not everybody can handle their Martian liquor as well as I can.
No, they cannot.
And interesting though. That's I wouldn't have taken Gofer for the type.
Some people just can't handle their booze, I suppose.
Yeah.
Anyways, you're a good friend of Gofer's, I assume.
Best friends, even.
Best friends.
Fast friends, long friends. Yes.
Fast and long. A lot of adjectives to describe your relationship. With
large. Busty. No. Yeah.
What?
In other words.
And you've never met this brandy fellow. That
wouldn't know him from Isaac.
Interesting. So I guess you're just along for the ride, I suppose.
You seem insight check.
Sure.
In the bathroom.
Durran has like Can Durran have a feeling that something is amok? Like
you definitely have that feeling from the interaction a little bit. Yeah.
In the bathroom, Gofer, I think, is probably just like leaning over the sink, head spinning.
Okay.
And kind of just, I don't know if anything happens from this thing that
you feel
effect.
Your head is spinning, your head is hurting. You are experiencing the poisoned condition right now.
That was a 23 on my insight.
23? Okay. Yeah. So far, what you've gathered from this conversation is and you've being from a diplomatic background yourself, you've had many boardroom conversations, mostly sat in them with your mother and your father, but you know exactly, you can tell what a situation entails. You have a keen eye and a keen ear for that. This situation, Anders is looking for some information. He's probing to see if you, or specifically Gofer, knows anything about what's going on. And the way he's kind of handled this situation so far, it seems like he's satisfied to learn that you guys do not.
Say, I know your time's valuable, and my time also quite valuable to me, and to my crew. That I feel that they really care about what I'm up to at most times, and they're probably quite worried at this point. So why don't we cut the formalities here and get to it? Let's get Gofer back in here and let's go see his friend, because I don't have all day, to say the least.
Ooh,
and I don't think you do either.
Roll me. Are you trying to intimidate him, or are you trying to persuade him?
There is. How did you read it?
It's up to you how you come across.
It was a little more intimidating. This is like Durran knows that he's being kind of swindled around, and he doesn't like that.
Okay, give me an intimidation check.
19.
19. You two seem like a man who likes to get straight to the point. Let's collect our friend Gofer and let's take him in.
At this moment, I go up and I make it look like I'm adjusting my glasses, but yeah. I click like an open audio line, like so that it goes to Ox's headset so he can hear the conversation, but I'm not receiving what he's saying. It's just
It's just I'm
turning comms on but not receiving.
You've deafened yourself, but you're just yeah.
Yeah, I'm deafened but fully
right.
audio unmuted.
All right, gotcha. Pure chaos. I like it. So you guys collect. Gopher, there's a knock at the door.
Yeah.
You okay? You okay, buddy?
He slides the door open and says, must have descended from Atmo too fast, just got a bit of the bends there.
Yeah. Usually doesn't take that long to set in, but yeah.
Tries to compose himself.
Let's go see our friend Brandy, shall we?
Lead the way.
Victoro, with me. And he Victoro is standing by the side. Hey, you don't look too good, pal. And he puts a hand on your back. And he walks you guys down. We'll cut to the other group who's you've kind of scoped out this catering company ship, and right now they're still loading and unloading cargo. But what are you guys doing?
That's the audio turning on for Ox.
I look back to. Go ahead. No, please go ahead, Inquisitor. What are you saying?
Gentlemen, it seems that our investigation has brought us to two possible targets for social engineering. We can either disguise ourselves as the workers and infiltrate, or one of us can disguise ourselves as the foreman after we take them out, possibly Baron, for one of your experiments.
I mean, Doc, you're pretty interesting. Maybe you could go and just start talking to people, create kind of like a distraction, and then Inquisitor, you can, disguise yourself as a worker and just go in there and just see what's up.
That sounds like a good plan. I'll record what I see and report back.
And then, of course, if there's any, dead babies, weird alien species, anything like that,
I'll collect them for sure.
Get it for Doc, because he would really, I think, appreciate it.
Okay. Doc, Baron, do you want it pre-blended? Do you want them pre-blended or?
No, intact. Thank you.
Yeah. In fact, can you put down that blender? I don't like you carrying that around.
He's got a blender attachment.
Disguise myself with a blender.
Vitamix. This episode not brought to you by Vitamix.
Yeah, not sponsored.
Not.
So
I want to cast disguise self and look like one of the workers.
Okay.
And then I wait for Doc to go up to the foreman before as he walks away to go up, I say, Baron, make sure I'm out of his line of sight. And then I'm gonna, I'm gonna try sneaking my way in while I look at Ox and I say to Ox, if you hear a loud bang, I'm in trouble.
Oh, sure.
All right. So Baron, you approach this man.
How far away is he?
You guys are on the other side of the hangar, so he's probably I'd say 60 feet away.
Okay, about 30 feet when walking towards him.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have forgotten what I was supposed to do.
Right.
But I'll still walk towards him anyway.
Okay.
Hello? I'll start talking to him, but way too uncomfortably far away for him to hold a conversation.
So it's 15 feet away.
Yeah.
Yeah, just keep moving these guys.
Hello.
Jeez. Sorry. Oh.
Hello, gentlemen.
Are you? The foreman points to himself.
Yes, you.
How can you come a little closer? It's a little hard to speak to you.
I'll sort of saunter over a little bit more.
Saunter over. What's your gait as you're walking?
I've got I'm creepily lurching towards you.
Your arms like this.
Long fingers.
No need to be afraid.
Hey, fella, what can I do for you?
What kind of creature is it?
It looks like just a human.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's just one.
So there's a couple of workers that are just kind of doing their thing, and a human with a clipboard, like a digital.
Who's sort of like monitoring things out there.
Exactly, yeah. And he's got, like, you can see he's got this exosuit patch that says Allure Catering on his and you can see like he's a very like pale complexion. You can see like on his face there's a couple of like sores. Seems like he has some sort of condition or whatnot, and he's just got a bald head, no eyebrows, no hair whatsoever. And his eyes just look super bloodshot. Yeah, what can I do for you, guy?
He'll sort of put his finger up on his mask. He's thinking. I don't remember. Maybe I want to know where the bathroom is.
Didn't you come from that ship? Don't you guys have a bathroom on there?
No, we have to hold it. It's very, very troublesome. Sometimes Durran pisses out the airlock.
Who?
Durran, like a durag.
I like that.
Like a durag.
I love that almost everybody pronounces Duran's name differently.
You never said it specifically, so I'm just gonna do it every way. The guy looks at you. Pal, who is Durran? Listen, I got a tight schedule. I gotta keep moving, and
I'll hold a hand up. You look tired. The redness in your eyes gives you away, and the baldness of your head shows you are very stressed. Perhaps I could help you.
Are you some sort of doctor?
Yes, that's what they call me. I could give you a new head of hair. I've been working on a special ointment.
Listen, pal. Roll a persuasion check for me.
Okay.
This man has got absolutely no street smarts if he's still talking to this guy after this fragment of conversation.
Hey, there's some kind of people in the solar system.
It's a persuasion?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a hot 12.
A hot 12?
Hey, he's pretty stupid, so.
Listen,
maybe.
Yeah. Listen, pal. I got a tight schedule to run, and I do not want to join your multi-level marketing scheme.
No.
So
it's not a con, it's biology. I'm not asking for an arm or a leg here. I'm asking for either an arm or a leg.
What? I don't know what. Oh, I think I hear my name being called elsewhere. You know what? This was a very interesting conversation. I will not forget it. But I got a boss that's breathing down my neck, and if I don't get this delivery back on time, it's my ass. Not my arm, not my leg. It's my ass. So I'm just gonna have to go, but it was good meeting a doctor, I guess. And at this point, Inquisitor, what are you doing? Is he
actually leaving?
No, this is happening while you're disguising yourself.
Okay, but is the foreman like leaving the area now, actually, or he's just
he's
stepping aside?
They're having a conversation still. So, did you want to do something while this is happening, or?
Yeah, I'll disguise self as one of the workers.
Okay.
And just like walk up like I know what I'm doing, like acting like I belong.
Okay. Roll a persuasion or a performance check.
Deception.
Sure. Actually, deception. We'll say. Yeah.
Okay. Because deception is pretty good. Oh, but it doesn't matter if I get a 3 and 9. I got 9 total.
So you walk up, like you can see like there's a number of crates that are just like next to each other. They're all like magnetic, like maglev crates that are just like levitating. So there's a number of them. You see like the workers go in from one, like go grab one, drag it over, and then like move it, like basically almost toss it onto the onto the ship, and then walk back, grab another one, toss it back on, and they go like kind of like ants, one at a time. And you just kind of walk up, grab one, and it just sticks. Like, it doesn't move at all. And one of the guys looks at you. Hey, buddy, you new? Come on, buddy. Let's keep it moving. We got time is money.
I changed the pitch of my voice, and like the slats of whatever metal and stuff in my voice box change, and I say, "Yeah, I'm the boss's little nephew, so he just sent me in to help out because it sounded like things were, understaffed. So I don't really know what I'm doing. Just here for a quick buck."
All right, nephew or not, let's get it moving.
How do I use this thing?
The guy, the worker looks over, like starts walking over. You can see, starts walking towards you, and like the crates are basically piled up like next to the like this tunnel that leads into the warehouse, and he looks at you, presses the button. Boss's nephew, eh? Never heard of you. Don't look like the boss, but who am I to say? And he presses the button.
Oh, he just bought me yesterday. His siblings just bought me yesterday, so I'm a new addition to the family.
Hey, listen, guy. I don't know if you're probably new, so I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. There's something as too much information, and that is way too much. I don't need to know your life story, pal. Just move the fucking boxes. And he starts dragging one of the crates.
Okay, I press the button
and it starts
moving.
Yeah, it starts moving. You follow right behind him. Ox, are you doing anything during this?
I'm just standing there far enough back that I can watch the Baron slowly walk towards the foreman and make awkward conversation. And I watch Inquisitor turn into a worker and then proceed not to get any information or open the crate. And I'm just sitting there like, oh my god, useless. These guys are useless. And I'm gonna walk up, like kind of running over towards as like the Baron is still talking, like has the foreman's attention. I don't know, like, hey, stop, wait. Foreman, are you the foreman?
Yes, hello. I am the foreman.
Yeah. We just had some bad news. There's a gas leak. So we're gonna need you guys to stop moving shit because we don't want to send this place up in smoke. You know, this we've had disasters before. And I'm just gonna keep like kind of making a commotion, but I want to look over and see if I can look at the clipboard and see if there's like a manifest.
Okay.
Or
roll a persuasion check for me. And I'll say it with advantage, because the Baron right now is he's still like distracting him. He's got like one of his arms is like being outstretched as he's trying to touch him.
Persuasion?
No, perception.
Perception.
To see the manifest.
Okay. Not investigation. It's definitely perception.
You're not. Yeah.
What?
I am positive. Yeah, you're not.
Okay.
You're not investigating.
All right.
Looking.
Ooh, with advantage. 15, 16 plus. Wait, where is this? Oh, -1. So 15.
15?
Yeah.
Okay. You see, like the manifest. I mean, you can still see what's on there. You can see a lot of like food related items, things like cabbages, carrots, things like the vegetables, and other like. It's almost weird. Like it's like this they're making like one big stew. It's just all the ingredients for a stew, and that's pretty much it. Like that's what's going in here, and you can see there. Like you catch a glimpse of the bottom like destination on the manifest. And you can see it's headed towards Titan. The moon of Saturn.
Why are we investigating this?
We just thought it was interesting. But I'm going to once I see that, I'm gonna drop the act of like the whole fire thing. I'm just gonna smack the keyboard out of his hands, and I'm gonna grab him by the collar and be like, "What the fuck is in those crates?"
Inquisitor just stops and looks. His head swivels over to the.
He stops and looks. Well, hey, I don't know. What
I punch him in the face.
Oh,
What the fuck is in those crates?
roll a intimidation check for me.
Oh no. That's a 9.
9. Listen, man. I don't know who the fuck you are, but my boss is gonna gut you alive if you don't let me go right now and finish this shipment. And he looks like he's got like a crack in his like bubble of his exosuit, and you can see like a little bit of nose, like blood dripping from his nose. The workers that you're currently with, Baron, they stop and they look. Hey, we got a problem here?
I go from looking very serious to I'm just joking with you, man. Take it easy. God, take the piss right out of you. All right, let's go, Doc. And I turn around and walk away.
I look over to them and say, "Yeah, you better get out of here, you dumbass! To walking up to my farm."
The two of you start walking away, and the guy you can see he starts like communicating on his device, and he looks over to your direction, and then you can see like he's definitely like you can see he's got like some sort of indicator that indicates that he's getting pictures of you.
We might want to get back on the ship, Doc.
Oh, why are you whispering?
Because people are watching us and taking pictures.
They seem very nice. Also, have you seen Inquisitor? Perhaps he's left.
No, he's right there. He's the little one that's yelling at us.
Can I, while they're moving away, can I use my knife to discreetly like crack open a hole?
Pry it open? Sure. Yeah.
Okay. And then what do I see inside?
We'll say like it's easy enough. These are bolted down, but you can jam it in and pry it open. You see a bunch of straw in there, and then you see like a couple of dark metallic implements. Give me a perception roll as you're looking through. Like, you're just prying it open, or are you actually like fully opening it?
Nah, I'll pry it open, but if I need to use like prestidigitation to light up the inside or something.
To light it up. Nice.
From the inside.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just to see what's inside it.
Okay.
So I got a 15.
15. Okay. You see like the straw, there's a bunch of like, cabbages and carrots, all sorts of vegetables that are interesting. Why they would be transferred in crates in a place like this, but you notice like a couple of like long cylinders, long thin barrels pointing out of them, gun barrels.
Oh, yeah. I want to cast mending to hide that it's been pried open.
You slam it back, cast mending, and it seems like it was never there. Never tampered with.
Okay, and then I'll just follow wherever it's going to be delivered.
Like you're getting on the ship?
Oh, it's going onto the ship?
Yeah, I'll
get on the ship. Why not?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So as Inquisitor steps onto the ship, we'll cut back to Gofer and Durran, who are currently. Actually, let's.
Would Ox have got the audio feed at some point during that at the beginning?
Yeah.
Or
Ox is currently getting the audio
Sorry, I
feed.
forgot about that. Durran.
Yeah.
Ox is currently getting the audio feed of, well, friends, we are. Let's go meet an old acquaintance for all of us. he has some questions that he hasn't really been forthcoming with. And Gofer, I hope you're feeling a little better and you can coerce some answers out of him.
Oh, I don't feel too good, but I'll do the best I can.
Gofer, it's just not like you to drink some alcohol and feel so poorly.
I got a splitting headache. I think I've been away from this planet for so long, and I feel like the stuff that they got out in the spaceport is pretty weak. I must kind of lost some of my tolerance.
It's weird that I was fine though. I'm just bizarre.
Yeah, I didn't take it for a heavyweight. Don't brag about it too much. Let's just go see Buddy so that I can go have a nap. He kind of rubs his temple.
All right. He walks. Yeah. As he walks you guys into the crew quarters, there's like a section that's like a couple of rooms behind a section. It opens up into basically this little living room. It's got a couple of tables and chairs, a couple of guys just playing some cards at a table. And you can see there's a kitchen to your right, and then sleeping quarters all around and doors that are open. And it's just kind of a little room. And he points to the door at the end. Buddy's there, sleeping it off.
Hiya! Thanks for listening to episode 2, part 1. Flip you on the catch.